Hello, welcome back. I know it's been quite some time since I've made a video. I had quite a large amount of work at my job, and that kind of takes precedence over everything going on in here. Um, so I had about 2 months from the middle of December until about beginning to middle of February where it was just double shifts, late shifts, and I was just so busy with work I didn't want to really dedicate much time to the bike because I know I wouldn't be able to give it the kind of attention it really needed. However, over 1 or 2 evenings, I had a friend come over and he helped me take the engine out of the bike. So I will present that engine to you in its full glory. And it was a bit of a pain getting out of the bike, actually. We had to take off a lot more mounts than we thought we did. And we actually had to tip the bike over on its side and roll the engine out of the frame. And that took a lot more planning, figuring out what had to come off, reading the manual, looking at everything from different points of view, hitting things with hammers. You always have to hit things with hammers. I mean, let's be honest. But a lot of troubleshooting and figuring out why something didn't want to come off. Just making sure this sits on the locks properly. But as you can see, the engine is out of the bike. It's in pretty crusty condition right now. I've got tape covering most of the intake ports so that it limits the amount of moisture coming in. And then it's bungee tied to the wood so it doesn't really go anywhere. I don't think this is going to be the last place that this will sit when I'm taking it all apart. I will probably put some sort of table or bench here to rest the engine on. And then I have a whole bunch of mainly electronics and wiring to go through and test, lubricate some stuff up. I have to fix the taillights, fix the headlight, the turn signals. It's all a bunch of ruined mess. I got some new boxes to put everything in so I can keep it a little less just thrown into a box like. So everything now is officially off the bike, either in a box, in a baggie, on a jack stand. It's somewhere. So now just comes the part of troubleshooting everything and putting it back together, painting the gas tank, fixing the dent in the gas tank, cleaning everything up, swapping it all to the new frame. It's gonna be a trip. I'm already about a month and a half behind where I would have liked to have been at this point, but due to work and other things going on, I've just had other priorities come up. So that being said, what you're now going to see is footage of actually getting the engine out of the bike itself. And that part of the footage is sponsored by Wilton. It's not actually sponsored by Wilton, but I had my camera set up over here and then needed to set up a vise for something. And so for most of the actual taking the engine out of the bike portion, this vise will unfortunately be in the way. You can still see around it, but it's not great. Some of the stuff is out of view, but you get the general idea of what's going on. I'll make sure that doesn't happen again in the future, but thanks again, Vice. You really saved the day on that one. But anyway, so go ahead and watch some of that footage, and then the next footage you see should be of me testing and disassembling things on the bench. The engine I might do last just because that just is going to be such a bigger undertaking. But let's go ahead and watch the footage.
Smells like a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have brought over my jack.
Oh my god. Yeah, we're gonna have fun.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Let me take my wallet and my It's right here.
I'm calling this wire.
I see it. And pull up back forward a little bit. Ah! You gotta rotate. Well, I ain't running in there. Remember here. Up. Whoop. Yeah, we got an angle problem here. Let's see if I can go like that. There we go. Phew. Put your roll floater back on. Keep it out. Oh, shit. Sorry about that.
Alright, there you have it. Engine's out, everything's off the bike, everything's looking honky-dory. So now that we've got that all taken care of, we can, like I said before, start tearing everything apart, repairing what needs to be repaired, cleaning everything on here that needs to be cleaned, taking it apart, checking clearances, checking valves, pistons, the whole 9 yards. So I'm going to scoot a little farther away from this because I'm a little frightened now. But that's basically it. Thanks for watching the full disassembly, and now we can really get into the tearing down of the bike. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned.